Hello and welcome everyone. This is Cavalier Astoria, and today we are jumping back into the Brothers in Arms series. Continuing on with the game Earned in Blood, the second game in the series. So I do genuinely really enjoy this game from like a more character standpoint rather than the first game, because well, I'm starting the criticism. Let's actually save that for later. But yeah, this is probably I think the second best game in the series. I think Hell's Highway is a bit better. But yeah, I'm really excited for this game.
Eddie, Sergeant. Have a seat.
I do prefer the storytelling difference.
Yeah, as fresh as it gets around here.
Basically, we're talking
I
to
haven't had a good cup of coffee in 3-4 days now.
we're talking to Colonel S.L.A. Marshall.
Thank you, sir.
Name and rank.
Sergeant Joe Hartstock, sir. Well, everyone calls me Red. So how long is this gonna take? Sir, I'd just like to get back to my men.
Second,
Sir?
you and your men are in second squad, correct?
Oh, yes, sir. Second took heavy losses in quarantine. I was with third at the time.
Under Sergeant Matthew Baker?
Sort of, yes, sir.
Sort of.
We were promoted less than 20 days apart. Quarantine seems so minor next to what happened in St. Savor.
He would still be your
Your
superior.
first objective as a sergeant was taking St. Savor?
Yes, sir.
How did the drop go?
Not well.
Let's get the hell out of here! Jump, sir! We wait for the green light! We wait any longer, there won't be a fucking green light! Baker! Stand in the
Now, this is not entirely accurate, because, fun fact, in the first game, Hartstock is actually the first in the stick. He's the one on the floor. Except for now, he's, the first one that remains standing up.
Rocky. There was so much smoke and fire, we didn't even see Musa.
Who was barely even mentioned in the first game.
He was the last in the stick. Took a piece of flak in the chest.
This is why I
Before
immediately
we even noticed he was on the floor.
prefer this way of storytelling.
We just left him in the plane.
Like, this game focuses way more on characters and the actual story, versus I think Road to Hill 30 focused more on the gameplay. This one focused way more on the actual characters.
It wasn't the smoothest jump ever. I was picking branches out of my ass for a day or so afterward.
Who did you link up with first?
There was a guy from 82nd I found nearby, Doyle. He took out the German who was trying to kill me. Then we found Paddock from 2nd. Well, my squad after that. It was just the three of us at first. Then we found Cole.
Lieutenant Colonel Robert Cole?
Yes, sir. Hell of a soldier. Loved to use the Lord's name in vain, though. My wife really hates that.
Yeah, I already way prefer it because, like, two characters talking to each other is really good at getting characterization and more of the story
Das kann
across.
nicht wahr sein! Das kann nicht...
Hi, German.
Scheiße! Scheiße! Ah!
Well, he's dead.
Sorry about that first shot. Thank me for the second one later. For now, I guess it's just you and me. Better get your rifle out of your leg bag so we can get moving.
And of course, we have Corporal Doyle, who is from the 82nd, the All-American Division. Now, if you don't know why they're called the All-American Division, is because when they originally first formed in World War I, they were formed with at least one soldier from every single state that was in the Union at the time. So all 48 states. Although, was Oklahoma a state? Actually, I don't think Oklahoma was a state yet, but there was a guy from Oklahoma there. Alaska and Hawaii weren't counted yet. But yeah, that's why they're called the All-Americans. And they were converted into a paratrooper unit at the start of World War II.
Achtung, Feindbewegung! Shit!
Yeah. Really late reaction. But, like, obviously it's supposed to be dramatic. And, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like Doyle probably could have saved that guy. And we had another guy who presumably broke his neck through the trees. I do like this introduction a bit better because you see kind of like a bunch more dead paratroopers and stuff. And, of course, we see our leg bag. Which, if you don't know the...
Corporal, we gotta find whoever we can. I saw a farmhouse nearby on the way down. I'll follow you.
Yeah. The leg bags were given to the U.S. Army paratroopers right before the invasion. So when they decided to load them up, they weren't properly trained on how to use them. So what ended up accidentally happening was that they would overload their equipment, which meant that as soon as they jumped out of the plane, it got torn straight off because they were too heavy. But yeah, we have an immediate improvement over the last game, because if you notice, I have a squad immediately. And if you know anything about my criticisms of Road to Hill 30, you would know that I criticized the fact that the fact that it delayed you for so long to actually get a squad, and it helped, the gameplay didn't work as well, because, like, it's a squad-based shooter where it frequently took away your squad, or didn't let you have a squad. This game gets it right by pretty much giving you a squad immediately, and as far as I can remember, you're always going to have a squad. Like, I don't think there's any alone sections here. We have another paratrooper who died. Gonna be honest, I don't know how he died. Because, if they're trying to show that, like, he drowned, unless he was unconscious, like, he could have just, like, sat up. Yeah. Now, you will notice, something, that I will be doing frequently is that I will frequently be talking, like, a little bit louder at occasional points, because while this game is fantastic in every single way, for some reason, and I don't know why, and this is the reason why it took forever to actually get this video recorded, and why I decided to do All Quiet in the Trenches first, is because there's no audio control on this game at all. Like, I can't turn down the audio, which, I'm gonna be honest, is, like, something that I would consider to be, like, pretty fundamental to a game design standpoint. I imagine they were trying to go with, like, an immersion reason, but even then, this game is incredibly loud. Like, it genuinely does kind of, like, hurt my ears sometimes, so do be wary of that. Now, it should be less of a problem for you guys, because, I went ahead and went into my recording software and dropped the volume in the recording in order to try to, like, make it so that way you can actually hear my voice. But of course, there's gonna be times where I'm actually gonna be talking too loud, and I apologize for that. And of course, we got Paddock. Again, I love when character introductions are done right. And I think Paddock easily has one of the best character introductions in this game.
You should see the look on y'all's faces. Did you forget the password? No, I remembered. Flash answered by thunder and all that. I could see plain as day it was red from 3rd Squad. Could have shot you. Well, damn good thing you didn't, right? Shit, I'd have been mighty ticked off. We should keep moving.
Like I said, it's just a strong character moment for Paddock.
I ain't yelling Flash. So what are we doing, guys?
Kill Germans. But yeah, it's a great, strong moment for Paddock. And I genuinely really like Paddock going forward. They make him actually a pretty good character throughout this game and Hell's Highway. And again, we're dropped into combat, and instead of focusing on shooting mechanics, we go straight into the actual squad fighting mechanics, i.e. the strongest mechanics in this game. It's glorious. I love it. Get around the flank. And I've kind of explained Brothers in Arms combat before. This is a squad tactics game. If you have not watched my Road to Hill 30 video series, which I'd appreciate if you did. I actually really enjoyed doing that series. But basically the entire premise is you're a squad leader. Holding down right mouse click allows you to move your squad. And if you aim it at an enemy, your guys will shoot at them. Meanwhile, above their heads, you see that little indicator. If it's red, that means they're not suppressed, and thus the Germans are free to move and free to shoot at you. However, if it's gray, that means that the enemy is suppressed, and basically this entire game is about fire and maneuver. So basically, what you want to do is you want to suppress the enemy with your teams, and either using your second team, because you'll get a second team eventually, you are to flank around, or sometimes you'll flank by yourself. And of course we got the tactical view overhead, so that way you could kind of plan. And with that, we know we got 2 Germans there. We got our fire team here. Nope, stay there, guys. And suppress. Meanwhile, I'm gonna try to get around the flank in order to kill this German. And if I wanted to, if I hold down the right mouse button and then I click, my team will charge and take them in close quarters combat. And I do genuinely like that. I love that little mechanic that you could do the assault. And meanwhile, there's another great thing. Can I do it here? Or maybe I could do it with Paddock? Oh, yep. So if you go up to one of your guys and you hit F, you can resupply. It's great. It's once per mission per squad member. So for example, right now I have 2 resupplies. I have one from Paddock that I just used and one from Doyle that I have yet to use. But yeah, I do genuinely really like this game. It's such a great tactical game. Now that being said, the later missions are going to be a nightmare. Yeah, that's gonna be a nightmare. We'll talk about more of those once we actually get there. And gonna be honest, a pretty bad ambush tactic. Like, we should have been ambushed way sooner.
He means what unit?
Oh, 101st, F Company. I'm 2nd Squad.
Paddock, there's like
I'm 82nd.
4 F companies. You need to be like more specific. Technically, you should have answered 502nd F company. You could leave out battalion because there's only 1 F company.
Shit, sir. I think they saw me. All right, you take the road now, flank.
All right, understood, sir.
That was the first time in the war I got the impression I was about to die.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. Something about the horses, maybe. I've had bad experiences with horses.
Get cover there.
Again, like little like character development during the mission.
What was that?
Versus in Road to Hill 30, it was kind of restricted to just the Baker narration.
Take cover there.
All right, let's go that. Let's get fire on that team. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at them. We got 2 Germans over here who are taking cover behind that little fence. We got a machine gunner down here. We got one guy right across the way from us.
Take those bastards out.
Yeah, like right now the audio is like a huge problem because I can hear nothing right now. Especially when the Thompsons fire. So yeah, I'm just gonna move around here. Up. Come on, Red. Kill him. Thank you. Alright, so now we got even more Germans who just spawned in. Or is that actually the same squad as down there? Oh, no, that's actually the same squad that was taking cover behind the fence. So we can pretty safely move around. Come on, team. Get into position. Lay down suppressing fire. And same rough idea. Suppress with 1, maneuver around. Got 1. Got 2.
Get behind me.
Now, I'm gonna order my guys to take the machine gun.
Set up a base of fire. You go. Get down, man. Got it, Red. Set up there.
Let's have our guys take cover.
Move your asses.
Meanwhile, I'll hop onto the machine gun.
Roger that.
Because we're gonna get counterattacked. I do know this mission. Now, obviously, if you don't know, this game takes a lot of inspiration from Brothers in Arms. Or, no. Band of Brothers. This is actually a reference to the moment in the, I think it's the 2nd episode, where they ambush the German convoy who has the, with the horses, that Garnier just jumped up and shot a whole bunch of them without taking any real hesitation, almost ruining the ambush. Now, we get to something that's slightly weird. Over here we have Lieutenant Colonel Cassidy, who just arrived. And we got Lieutenant Colonel Cole, who's just not gonna go with us for some reason, even though realistically both of these groups would probably stay together. And we got Cassidy, Locke, and Hooper. Meanwhile, what's actually interesting is over here. Boyd is not that interesting, but Campbell is. Because Campbell will eventually join our squad. So it's kind of like showing off like what your squad eventually will look like. But yeah, immediately a way more improved. Wait, I could grab more ammo from Paddock? Oh, awesome. You can also talk to Paddock.
You sure you don't need something?
Yeah,
Hey, Red.
you could talk to him, which I enjoy that a little bit. But, yeah, so way better first mission than the first game. Like, way better, because you get a team. It's more aggressive. You have to think a bit more.
Roger that.
And this game is better when you have to think. Either way, let's go and talk to Lieutenant Colonel Cassidy.
About time I found some more men. There's an abandoned gun battery not far from here, just outside of St. Martin.
St.
I'm
Martin.
setting up CP in a farmhouse there, so you men stick with me.
You don't actually do anything with that gun battery. So. Yeah, and with that, we're actually going to call it quits. I'm just going to do probably one mission or one chapter per episode. So, it's going to take a little bit until we become a squad leader in our own right. Now we're just going to be a corporal for a little bit. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate if you liked and subscribed, and I hope you will join me for the rest of the campaign of Earned in Blood. I genuinely enjoy this game, and I know this first episode's a bit like scattershot, but to be honest, it's more so that way I could talk a bit more about why I love this game, more so than the first game in the later missions. And then towards the end of the game, I get to complain about the level design again. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, I appreciate if you liked and subscribed, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.